everybody, welcome back to Bar Run Forge. It is indeed Thursday evening, 6:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you are here with just Troy tonight. Ty is on his way to like Florida or something like that. As you can tell, a little smoky here in the shop. I made a little bit of a boo-boo as I was starting the forge up. I had my fan blowing right across the forge before it could get good and hot and start the draft up through there. So anyway, we're here. We got the forge started. Could have a big enough fire here in just a second. Good to go. I'm going to say hi to everybody that's in here in the chats, and then we'll have some chatting ourselves, and we'll do some work. So say hello to Mr. Eric at Uncle Patch Forge and Ironworks. He says, hey y'all. Mr. Pete Fields, hooray! Mr. Pete Fields is in here. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Adam Speargrass is here. Kyle Jones all the way from Maine. Mr. Roger Caldwell. Bobby at Dogbones says, I'm stopping by to say howdy y'all and hit the like button. Launch tonight. Stay safe. God bless you, brother. Matthew Cummings is here. Matthew, how are you? Good to see you, brother. And my bride, Michelle Roush, is here. Mr. Jeff Killian. Jeff, when is Janice's next surgery? Checking in on that. See how she's getting along. But yeah, good to see everybody in here. Good to have everybody that's here. We're running a little on the behind side, but you know, sometimes a little behind is bigger than a big behind. I don't know. That's how it looks. But anyway, we're here in the shop. Been working on Eli's house a bit today. Put up some metal in the ceiling. Did some galvanized metal, corrugated galvanized metal in the ceiling. I'll probably put up a short on that. I took some time lapse and a couple photos and quick video, and we'll probably put that up in the next day or so. Keep an eye out for that. But I ran short one piece to put his metal up on his ceiling. Then the drywall got delivered today, so there was 22 sheets of 12-footer and 8 sheets of 8-footer, buckets of mud and buckets of screws. And so yesterday I loaded up a bunch of hay that gets delivered tomorrow, so square bales by hand. So I got a gooseneck trailer full of alfalfa hay headed to a customer tomorrow. Loaded that yesterday, so they didn't have to load that today and unload all the drywall. So all the drywall had to be, of course anymore, they come, they set it down and say, see ya. So then you gotta drag it in the house. I realized today I'm old when I started dragging all that in there. After loading hay and doing all the stuff I did yesterday and then putting up metal. And yeah, I'm old. But stopped just in time to come out here. But there was a roll of tape. There was a roll of tape too. There was that. So, anywho, we're going to work on a project tonight, and it's we've made our decision for the project for the gallery at Quad State, and it is going to be a combination of the Instagram blacksmith challenge with the angle iron. I think it was 3-inch or 2-inch. Anyway, whatever the angle iron was, and it's like 3 feet of whatever the angle iron was. I picked the angle iron, and I think what we're going to do is finish my version of it. Love the swing. It was gorgeous. Well, thank you so much. I did a project for a customer, and they wanted it completely redone. Gina and I were discussing at the end of the arms, bear or lion. It was a lion. There were 2 lion heads on the front. And then they had another swing that they wanted right beside it. This was a specific want that this customer had. It was an older swing. It had really cheap wood on it. The rib that was holding the center of it was way too small, too thin. So that's what they asked me to do, and they got some Trex type material that they wanted on there, but I had to kind of rework it because it wouldn't span the gap where the bolt holes were. Put all new stainless steel hardware on it. So basically, other than the paint on the frame, the outside frame, that's a forever kind of swing. So that's some of the stuff that we're getting into in the shop, and I kind of enjoy. I guess I'll call them resto mod projects. I kind of enjoy that, and get into doing a few of those. Make a little side money and enjoy myself as well. But we have decided on our project for the gallery, and it's going to be a combination of a woodworking project and blacksmithing project. And so here it is. It's that angle iron challenge kind of finished and ramped up. I did start in on it during the challenge, and the first thing I did is I wanted to make a quill. So I pounded the angle iron down to make the shape of the feather and the rough shape of the quill point. That'll be finished as well. We'll do the feathering, the bending of the feather. That's one of the things we'll do in here. We're going to take, I've got 4 pieces of angle iron here, and I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with this yet, but the initial challenge, I was going to take these pieces of angle iron and flatten them and draw them out wide and shape them into pages so they would be folded out like a book. So there'd be four pages like this, and they'll be drawn out wide. I may, in the process, I may add a few sheets. We've got some sheets of flat sheet metal. I may add those, I'm not sure, and I may just do one of these as a binding. But anyway, that, and then I took one of those pieces of angle and made a tube, forge welded the tube together, and then coned it down and made a ball end on it, and riveted a piece of this round stock on it. This will be our inkwell. So the plan is on the inkwell, we're going to thin this edge out and roll it over so it has a rolled edge out on it. And then we're going to take and clean it all up. Then we're going to take this round and basically coil wrap it in a cone for the base. So this would be wrapped around in a cone for the base. And so that's the inkwell. We got to clean the top of it up, and then work on rolling the edge over. And then what we'll probably also be doing is, Jay says I can't go to Ohio anymore. Sorry about it. It's not the shop envy, it's the fact that she leaves here and then has to have neck surgery. She's allergic to Michelle. So just keep her away from Michelle, everything is good. But anyway, we'll take all of that, and then we're going to make, out of wood, we're going to make for lack of a better term, a field desk. We'll be in the wood shop, make a field desk, which means we'll probably also make Hanford's hinges for the field desk. And I think we want to make corners. I guess we call them chest corners. So we'll forge those as well. So there'll be forged hardware on the field desk with the inkwell and the pages and the quilt. So that's the project that we hopefully can get done in the next couple months to go to Quad State. So we'll see. There's plenty of other things I could have done, but I think this is one of the suggestions that will work. So I think that's what we're going to do. So yeah. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to get the inkwell done first. So I think what I'm going to do, I do need to take a grinder and flatten this top off so that we can start duck rabbit forging. Good to see you in here. So yeah, I'll go over here to the grinder in a second. And sorry, I'll try to be as quick as I can. Flatten that top so that we can go ahead and start thinning out the edge and rolling it over. So stand by. Talk amongst yourselves. Sorry for that. So hopefully this is a reasonable project. I don't know. Like I said, we'll see how it goes. Hit the mute button. I don't know what the mute button is. And it's done. We're okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in the forge. Didn't get a topic. I'll give you a topic next time. Oh God, the audio. Sorry. I know. All right. This is why we need you all. Let's work on the cup of the inkwell, and I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I have this foil on the end of it to go ahead and go ahead and do this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the horn. As I rotate, I'm going to thin that metal, taper that metal down all the way around, so that when I go to curl it over, it curls a little easier. Again, this is all experimental. I'm just hoping. Mr. Jeff Woodring's in here. Jeff, after much time, I have actually planted your peppers seeds you sent me. So let's hope I did everything right to get those back into operation. Chaz Walker says, hello everyone, how's it going tonight? It's going good. I'm a bit on the tired side and the old hands are swollen, but other than that, seems to be doing good. We had a fun event yesterday while I was loading up hay on the driveway. I had the gooseneck out there and was pulling a wagon up beside it, offloading off the wagon, loading the gooseneck. As I was doing that, I parked the other wagon over here in the barn lot, put a chalk behind it on the driveway. And I'm hoping they're still good, Jeff. So while I put a chalk behind it, while I'm loading the other wagon up, pulled it up, I look up, we got this big, huge gust of wind, big surprise out here, a gust of wind, right? And I look, and the wagon takes off, and it's headed down the driveway. And in front of the shop right now, Eli's car is parked there, and then the camper is right beside the shop still. And there's, the width of a wagon, hay wagon, plus about 2 feet is what's there. And the wagon turned at the last minute, missed Eli's car by about that much, and missed the camper by about that much. And then left a tiny little ding on the trim of the door, above the door. That's it. I don't know how. So, yeah, welcome to our windy world of wonderful Ohio. Yeah, we're looking at some 90s coming up. I think I'm going to, of course, I'm going to be in hay work now that the sun popped out tomorrow. So I'll go cut a bunch of hay tomorrow, lay as long as I possibly can, go rake it, and then try to bale it Monday or Tuesday, depending on weather. Hey, it's great to have everybody in here. I can't see how many we have, but how many ever is in here, great to have you guys. Just going to keep rotating that end in there a little bit, see if we can't get it hot. Yep. Need another windstorm midweek. Found a hammer while I was driving last week. Well, that's cool. Well, technically, Jeff, it was a hunk of wood. I had the rubber chalks in the truck. knives forged. Wow, that's awesome. BRB, songs on the phone. All right, brother. Duck Rabbit Forge says full time now. Fantastic. Good. All the best, man. God bless you. Been haying up there like mad. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Yeah, we got farmers that still up here don't even have crossings around. It's bad. I know a couple farmers that just sit. I'll take the insurance check and be done with it for the year. Duck Rabbit, if you have social media and stuff like that, other than YouTube, let us know. We'll give you a shout out, link, whatever. You guys are really good about that on here. So yeah, Eli and Reagan are on their way to Florida to see her mom. Really cool. Hey Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse. Mitch, gosh, that's not good, man. Brian, sorry I missed the ugly snake in your video. I don't know what I was thinking. So we'll go a little bit tonight with the inkwell. Do a little bit tonight on it, just kind of give you the setup. I don't know. I'm hoping this turns out to be a decent project. We'll see. I may end up thinking how this goes. I may make a little cap for the inkwell. I don't know. Got some heat on here. Let's see. I'll do the thinning around here. Thought it was a rock, though. I would think, yeah. Oh man, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. Oh man. Yeah, I'm thinning down the edge so that it's a little bit easier to kind of roll over. Like I said, hopefully I'll be able to do this. We shall see. Hit jokes on it and I have the hammer. That's right. They switch to just start with the rounding and then switch to revolving. Hello, Creations. Great to have you in here. I did it right. Watched a couple of your videos the other day, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Do it on the roof. Camper with a hammer. Spinning. Matt says, hello. Hello to all. Just wanted to let you know we're doing okay. Last week, seriously. Frank's birthday on the 13th. Father's Day. Keep lifting you up, buddy. I don't think we'll go too crazy long tonight. We're just that making a flop. But I wanted to give you guys last week. I was finishing up hay work. Did not want to quit and do the live. So, yeah, I know. So what we got coming up for you? What we got we need to thin it too much. Yeah, I don't want to get too thin because then it will start cracking and roll over. Had a public auction last evening. A Colcord Hood electric blower went for $10. Oh my gosh! Didn't know where he'd go with this. He didn't bid on it. I am ashamed. Oh man. That hurts my heart. So what I'll probably do is come over to the corner of the anvil, put it up at an angle a little bit, start the bulking, start the rollover, and then I will probably get the swedge block and start on the outside of that. Sorry. A little bit. Sweet. I still want to do some modifications to the stand. So we can easily convert with the flip flops. But having to go through this, I do like planking and the space does work. I mean, that was my son and my wife doing well. Eli is recovering. He's still having to wear the brace and will for some time yet. But he's been much more mobile. Like I said, they're on their way to Florida. Michelle is improving. Good days, bad days. She does better. I think if she's still on here, she can tell you how she's doing. And Mom, is still kind of struggling, kind of recovering from everything. So, yeah. But I'm fairly healthy, so. Double A and MW. How is Troy? Troy is good. I'm guessing. I know who A and MW are. I'm all right. Doing good. I'm tired. I'm going to admit that. Jeff's building a new shop to put it in. That's on our list, Michelle, of places we got to stop on our big trip. So. These are our good friends. Yeah. Can't it? Give you an idea. see that. Starting to roll. Back in there. I think I'll go this way next time. So I'll probably be a little up close and personal with you here in just a second. Bring that back a little bit. I may not be able to see it on this go around. Bill wheel. This room all looks like a candle holder. Not quite. It's an inkwell. It could have been. It looks like a snuffer. Heat snuffer. Right, over here. Alright, getting there. Gosh, found it. Camera 2, Jess. Exactly. There's Will at Ethel Ironworks. Good to have Will in here. Hello, hello. How's everyone? I don't know how everyone is. I know how I am. And it ain't pretty and it ain't good. No Eli. No Eli. Now he's on his way to Florida. Florida. Work with the lock. Alright, we'll take a look at this. See if there's any places where I need to clean it up. Not looking too bad. Alright, we'll see if I can get the mute button on the back. How'd that work? On the sound, did that work all right? Was the mute okay? Good, good. All right, we'll do some more. May go to the sweat block one more time and kind of tilt it up. And maybe. Lift it up a little bit so you can't get a back bend on it. But I'm also thinking I can take the edge of the handle, pull the corner, start that back. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Stick to the horn, try to toilet brush once, but for paper, absolutely wise choice. Ghost Creek. Did I miss it? Ghost Creek Forest. Great, great, great. We are working on, right now, rolling over the top edge of an inkwell. Because this will all be a writing set. Essentially, not for writing, but for demonstration. And you go in the gallery at Quad State. We'll see. Because if it ain't good enough, I'm not sending it. Not that I can make it good enough. Sandpaper? I'll show you some progress after this heat. See what we're doing. Ben Strickland of BS Forge. How are you, buddy? Benny Boo. Oh, Mullen up here. Cowboy toilet paper. Oh my. Oh my. Yeah, we're working on an inkwell, and all of the inkwell except for the end right now has been made out of angle iron. A piece of angle iron like this. So the whole thing, except for a few little creature moths, are all out of angle iron. The quill will be out of angle iron, and the book pages will be out of angle iron. right here. Okay, so here you go. We're rolling the top over on the inkwell. So we'll just keep going with that. Hopefully be able to not make it look like an absolute mess. I've got to field this. I'll take you some pictures. Good idea. That'd be great. I've looked at a couple different ones, Roger, and I think I have an idea of what I want to go with, but I would love to see. I'd love to see what you got in mind. Like I said, I want to make some forged corner protectors, and hinges and handles of some sort. Really not easy. Man, you guys are just absolutely fantastic, and I appreciate y'all. We haven't put out any foraging videos lately, and I have more hay videos. I've got work to be done out there in the garden, in the greenhouse. We've got 3 products back here we've got to review, 4 products we've got to review, and that all, then I've got work on the power hammer to do, got a bunch of other stuff. Will, take care, buddy. God bless you, man. Appreciate you, brother. Ready to start by setting down on the flat vegetables. And then roll it onto the flat. We're getting there. I think I'm going to do that next time. To go ahead and maybe one more if you want. Go from there. Again, just really trying to work it easy. Hi, Corey. Corey Shire in here. Great to see you, brother. Panic Forge time. Got a show on Saturday. All right. That's good. I've been there. Yeah, really trying to take it easy and not go too heavy on the strikes. Be way too easy to bracket. Let's go one more time. Kind of doing the go backwards. going to go here and just work that hitch back down in there a little bit more. Try to close it down. Inkwell have a metal stopper or wood stopper. That's what I'm trying to decide. I'd like to add the wood, but I was also thinking about copper. Throwing some copper in it. I don't know. Go one more time to check that. I like what that did, so I made a good combination of those two again. Wooden field desk, a wood and copper top would look good. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking also about doing leather. Thinking about adding a leather top to the writing area. One more time. Yeah, I think we're headed to 90s, which stinks, but at the same time, I really kind of need warm weather for hay work. Let's do a combination again. Closing it down a little bit. Summer does start summer, so that's good for that. So excited. So excited. Alright, now what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to get the heat there, and I'm just going to ever so gently hit the top of that we've been working on. See if we can get a nice flattening. There's Todd Lajeunesse, LJ Woodworks. See if there's any imperfections or whatever, we can just kind of flatten out, make a nice clean surface on that. Here. Yeah, I like that. Like that. Okay. So I'll probably go through in a little while, and I've got a nice tight flat punch, and I'll probably go in those and really kind of planish those down and finish them up nice and tight. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how that went. I'll show you that here in a minute. Yeah, you got to be careful because it's a little tube. So we got to work away from this and be able to rotate it without filling it up with water. Right. So, to give you an idea, that's a good look there. That's where we are. Rolling over on the edge. So with that done, I'll still be able to do a little bit of, like I said, want to do a little cleanup, want to do some tightening up of some of those spots. If that got it to where I really wanted it, now it's just a matter of taking this and curling it in such a way that it kind of, I want it to make, I won't make a spring, but I want it to be curled up, but on the end, I want to make a little bit of a handle so that you can pick up the inkwell. So let's do that. Maybe that'll be the evening. Too many people in New York City. Ain't that the truth? We went on our vacation, our trip to Maine with all the God's guys, 6 of us up in Maine, the North Woods on the Penobscot River, and in 7 days we saw 3 people, and that was 3 people too many. Other than ourselves. Bullhorn for a cat. I think I'm going to do a flat, round flat end on it, so it's kind of easy on the hand. Hold. Let's do that. Initially, I thought about doing a metal cone, forge welded or riveted or whatever to the bottom, and then I kind of changed my mind. I thought this would be a new, kind of different approach. Do it all. So that's what we'll do. So, see, this is basically what we're doing. A little flat paddle on the end. Now we curl it and make it with the handle. We'll go ahead and do that. That'll be harder to do later. North Woods of Maine. I'd go there every week, all the time. Rain Lake, Matagamon, Penobscot River, Webster Brook, Webster Pond, run that area. I'm going to close this down. Let's take a finger with it. Alright, we're going to leave it there because we got to do what's curl next. That's that. This will be the tricky part. That out. So we got to start with getting heat here. The alley-gash. That's another big place. Daniel Baca, D. Baca Maker in here. Laundromat town was full. Ah, had a good one. Greenville and Northwood border. Man, oh man. Love all of that. 38. Patch there. Says break time. Make it big. So this mill hops the biggest sweep. It's about a 7.5 inch. Wow. Alright, we got an initial bend on the front end. I can get down to the teeth. Got to take one large space. what we got? Palette changer did this. First one. Here, we'll review that steel like this. But who that is. Harbor Freight commercial, why not? Who you talking about can move steel? Smooth. Started all right. I have to go much pressure. That would make me some. Oh. Alright, so we're getting there. Get that initial twist started, and then we can start twisting it back. Be right back, Kyle says. Eric says I can't hardly find the right drill bits in 5 minutes. heading in the right direction. Try back so we can twist it again. And fighting this Ford all spring, haven't even had a chance to fire up the forest. 200 shafts since the stream started. Come on! Crazy, man. Order is 1,500 shafts. What size are you talking about, man? Man, what you talking about? Shut your mouth. Crankshafts for Teslas. Oh. Hey, Corey, T. Royster has been following this series, The Chosen. Liking it a lot. I actually haven't. I haven't watched any of it. I did watch some of The House of David. Who's jumped in here? Eli and I say hi. On the road again. Hi, Reagan and Eli. Hello. You guys make it to Bucky's and/or Cookout yet? Here, coming true. Stem broke off. Okay, well, I'll have to reconfigure that. Unwrap it. Yep, stem broke off. Okay. Everybody look, I'm going to use a meat builder. Unroll this and then reattach it. Go again. Not tonight. That was good quarter of an ass. That's all right. It happens. Yeah. Happens to the best of us. That's a good out. Okay, to go forward. Thanks, Frosty. That's what it looks like it is. This is one where Eli is here. Go to attach that. Didn't break up the stream. But it's not. He looks breaking. I'll be breaking. You too, Eli. Well, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't 100% happy with how that bent, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. So I'll take another crack at that. I don't want to rush it just because of the live stream, because I want it to be really good. And I may even do some torch work can make that bend. So, we shall see. But anywho, again, I'm not displeased with the project. If that happened, there's again. I guess we got a little something done tonight. Here we go. Finish that off. Huh. Piece of coal down there. Oh, that's out. So there's our cup. The cup, and then the stem will go around kind of in a coil, and then it'll have a little handle here to hold the inkwell. So the inkwell over here, that'll go on the desk, and we will work on veining the quill, and then bringing the tip down to look like a quill pin. And we'll probably do a little bit of shaping of this, kind of like if it were hanging quill, kind of drooping down. The hardest part, I think, is not all that stuff. I think it's going to be making the pages. So I don't know. I'll see how one of them goes, and if this just doesn't make sense, I don't need to kill myself and say, hey, I made a lot of angle iron. I can do it out of sheet metal and just have it. So I don't have to do that. Yeah, Dad me already. It's 8 o'clock, so we're here. But anyway, the way the rollover came out, I'm pretty happy with that. A little bit of cleanup on the inside there that needs to be done. Outside looks pretty good. I would probably, forge it. We'll get it hot, forge it hot, hit it with a wire brush, try to clean up that surface. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out. Again, this piece is out of a piece of angle iron, so that's out of that. Just to let you know. Huge reservoir for the ink, just the ball at the bottom. I imagine will be filled, likely. Yeah. So you dip it down in there, get the quill. Again, this is not necessarily have to be functional. This is for a display, and it will be functional. I guess if you wanted to go get an actual quill, this will hold ink, and the desk will be a functional desk. Just the quill will be made out of steel. So if you wanted to get an actual quill, you could do that, and then obviously not write on steel paper. So, but it's for display. Anywho, what sort of wisdom? Dad needs up there. What am I going to do with it? Really, I would say this week. This last week in the sermon about Father's Day, it was two things, and it was really kind of cool that Paul writes to Titus, and he tells Titus, who's a young man, to teach the older men. So two things have to happen. If you are an older man, be willing to be taught by someone younger than you, be willing to listen, but at the same time, what he was trying to teach them was to be temperate and self-controlled and worthy of respect. And the cool thing about it was he was coming with instruction from Paul. So Paul had the authority. He was telling Titus, go teach the older men to do something. And the thing he was teaching them was to be reverent and all those things and worthy of respect in order that they might teach the young men. So it's the cycle that Paul sets up in the church to go have people teach people to be a certain way in order that they might teach people to be a certain way. And so I think the thing is to remind us all, don't be so wrapped up in, well, I'm this many years old, the old dog new tricks, that's garbage. Be willing to just listen, because there's a lot of really, really bright people out there who can teach you a lot. And if you train the young people right, they'll teach you well. They'll show you very well. That's a good point, Jeff. They'll get the pigtails of the little girls sitting in front of you. Good point. And only if they're red-headed pigtails, right? Yeah. So anyway, tiny little piece of dadneyism there, and just to send you guys off for the week, and hopefully, guys, we will see you next Thursday. Be in prayer for all the people who are struggling, the farmers, and everybody else who's kind of really battling to get things done, and for each other, and for our health, and for our spiritual health, and just be of encouragement. Let me give you a challenge this week. Call or text somebody you haven't texted or called in the last 6 months. In other words, this year. Go through your phone or whatever and think, man, I haven't talked to so-and-so in 2025. This week, do that. I think you'll find a blessing. There you go. All right, I'm going to head out of here. Go get some sandwiches and some burgers. So God bless you guys. Love you all. And we will see you on the next one. Hopefully next time with Eli will be here. So God bless. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.